Hey there, viewers, it's Charlie. I'm back again with another Transformers review. And today's review is going to be on Studio Series Jolt. Yes, Jolt. The one character in Revenge of the Fallen who barely got any screen time and yet somehow helped manage to create Jet Power Optimus Prime. But well, seeing how most of the background characters in the Bumblebee film got figures in Studio Series, and I have reviewed a couple, it makes sense that Jolt would also get a figure in Studio Series. And well, let's just start off with the packaging like we always do. So we've got the more, well, over the older style of Studio Series packaging here. So we've got the full-on plastic here, which they later on removed. Got the smaller picture here of Jolt, because they later enhanced the picture with the more recent Studio Series boxes. Got his name right there. He's Studio Series 75, Revenge of the Fallen. This side we've got a close-up of Jolt's face. The other side we've got a full-on picture of him. The back we've got a picture of him in both modes. A QR code for General Motors website, I'm assuming, if you want to scan that. Pyramid Desert Battle. A little description on what he did in the film for all of like what, a minute, I'm assuming. Although I noticed the backdrop here on the box, it says 68, even though he's actually Studio Series 75. I think 68 is Leadfoot, if I remember correctly. So I'm assuming they just took like Leadfoot's backdrop and just photoshopped Jolt over it. I don't know. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the box. And well, for the backdrop, if I can just get that out. Well, even though it said Pyramid Desert Battle on the box, we actually got a scene from what looks to be Dark of the Moon on the backdrop, which is rather perplexing because I don't really remember if Jolt was in Dark of the Moon or not. So, yeah. But nonetheless, of course, if you want, you can just put Jolt here if you want. Or you can just use this in robot mode, or if you don't keep the packaging, you can just throw away the backdrop. Though, of course, I do keep the packaging, because, well, I have no life. But, well, let's take a look at the figure, starting off in this car mode. And if I remember, this is a Chevy Volt. Because, no, Jolt. I mean, this is a really nice looking car mode. Seriously, I love how this looks. And as the back of the box showed, this is sort of officially licensed. So, of course, we actually have the Chevrolet logo right down the front. So, yeah, it's nice that we're still getting like a licensed car vehicle modes, because like War for the Cybertron trilogy and Legacy sort of stopped doing that. I mean, of course, there's still like Netflix Bumblebee and the Legacy Goldbug. If I can just get him quickly, he does turn into an actual Volkswagen Beetle. But yeah, if you want licensed car Transformers nowadays, Studio Series is the best way to go. Even though Dino's not really an actual Ferrari, but yeah, let's not have a full-on ramble here. Let's just take a look at the actual car mode. And yeah, this looks amazing. I mean, like, the wheels are not just, like, pegged-in wheels like they are in the War for Cybertron trilogy figures. I think the back ones are actually pinned in. got the back here. You can see the taillight detailing. There's no license plate detailing, but that's to be expected. I've got the side view mirror details here. Got the top, the sunroof, and you can actually sort of see through it. I'm assuming that's accurate to his vehicle mode in the film with the see-through sunroof and windshield. The underneath, which, well, the only kibble you can sort of see is his hands, and that's it. Other than that, you can pretty much just, again, see through the figure, the sunroof and the windshield. So yeah. Now for accessories, this guy pretty much comes with his whips. Because if I remember, like, he used them to, to help fuse Prime and Jetfire together, if I remember correctly. It's been a while since I saw Revenge of the Fallen. But these can plug into the vehicle mode if you want. I mean, yeah, not the most elegant of weapon storage, but it is there if you want to do that. So yeah. Oh, and that just went flying. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the vehicle mode. And overall, I just really love this vehicle mode. Seriously, I mean, it just shows how licensed vehicle modes can just look beautiful in figures. And as someone who's just been collecting, primarily focusing on like War for Cybertron Trilogy and Legacy as of recently, going back to an actual licensed vehicle for a vehicle mode is just shows how much I've been missing out on Studio Series. I mean, I did recently buy Studio Series 86 Ironhide, so I am excited to get that figure. But I definitely do want to get more of the Bave Studio Series figures now, because I have been missing out. Seriously, I definitely do regret missing out on the Studio Series line. But well, to get this guy into his robot mode, well, yeah, strap in. This is going to be quite the transformation. So if I can just try and tilt this up without accidentally destroying my Lego stand. So to start, we're just going to try and untap the front of the vehicle here. So untap the front bumper here. Untap the windshield. Well, save that for later. I'm trying to be careful because this is all translucent plastic, so, it could snap. You just want to lift all that up. Untap these here, and then just get these up. Untap the back wheels, like so. Untap the front. Get these out the way. Push in the front wheels like so. Move these down and out the way. Continue moving these down. Folding these wheels. Like so. And this section's actually kind of scary because I'm pretty sure there's been like stories of the tabs breaking, and well, I can't really find a good way to well, I can't find a good way to softly untab it. So, yeah, you just want to try and untab the back of the car. Without, yeah, that's not really that. It's kind of hard to do, and these tabs can shear off. As you can see, it's starting to stress on mine. So, who knows? Maybe within like the start of next year, as of the time of recording, that might not even be there. But you just want to untab those, get those down, untab this. Get that down. Untab. Flip that around. Yeah, it's sort of hard to see, but you want to untab this and then just rotate that around. And with the knees, you can sort of just bend them how you want, depending on if you want them to be all chicken-legged like Starscream, or if you want them to be like fully straight-legged. And this is a scary bit. So you untab the front hood section, and this is where it gets a bit scary. You fully just untab this, move that around, and seeing how this is translucent plastic, you want to be careful. But this will just forms a this just forms a backpack for Jolt. And well, I just straighten some things out. And well, here you pretty much have him in robot mode. And yeah, that's definitely quite a crazy transformation. I mean, of course, it's a Bayformer. Of course, it's gonna have a crazy transformation, but still, like the front of the car's the front of the car bumper forms wings. The back of the car forms his arms. Definitely not. Yeah, it's definitely an interesting transformation. But yeah, I would definitely recommend being cautious when trying to untap the arms in case a peg snaps off. Now, taking a look at the head. Well, if you compare this head with like his original 2009 figure head, they actually look different. So I'm not sure if like the 2009 figure head's concept art head or this is a concept art head. Yeah, I can't really remember. It's still a really nice looking head though. Well, it's a nice head sculpt, I mean. And well, giving this guy his weapons, of course, we've got the whips. You actually have to do something unusual. You actually have to take off his thumbs. Yeah, that's actually really unusual. Then they just go in where the thumbs used to be. And thankfully, you do actually get a place to put the thumbs. They just tab on... Yeah, they just tab onto the doors, which... Seeing how they're quite small, I'm just going to do this off camera because this can be quite fiddly to do. Yeah, and I'm just terrified I might lose one. But yeah, here we have Jolt all, I guess, armed up. I mean, he mainly just used these whips to help combine Prime and Jetfire, if I remember correctly, but he could be all Indiana Jones with these whips if I wanted to. And yeah, that's pretty much how I display them, because there's not really anywhere else to put these whips. I mean, you could still put them on the sides, but yeah, this is how I'm going to display them. I mean, to be fair, like, the whips did come out of his hands anyway, or if I remember correctly. So yeah, my voice just cracked, but well, let's just move on to the articulation. So his head can, of course, go side to side, sort of. Not 360, but to be fair, can your head move 360? I thought not, but his head can also go up and down. So he can actually look up quite a good amount. Guess I should take the whips off of this, and he's gonna have to pose about thumbs, but oh well. He can't move his arms. They are, I think, on ball joints, yeah. So he can't move his arms, although these do get in the way. He can't T-pose. He's got elbows, bicep rotation. Nothing at the hands, I don't think. Thanks to the transformation, he's sort of got an ab crunch. If you get all this out of the way, he can sort of move his waist. Legs can go forward that far, back not really that far. Does sort of have knees, and he can move his feet. Can't really do the splits though due to the kibble here, and he doesn't really have any ankle pivot. So yeah. So if I can just try and get these whips back onto his hands. There we go. And if we just bring back the backdrop. Yeah, he looks really cool with the backdrop, even if it is from Dark of the Moon instead of Revenge of the Fallen. But hey, I'm assuming that was just an oversight. But well, that's pretty much all I have to say about this guy. Complaints? Well, on my copy, this arm is sort of loose. If I can sort of show that. Yeah, you can sort of see that. It's more noticeable when you have the whip attached. Although, again, that's mainly just my copy. Although, yeah, I have been concerned because most of the figures I've been getting recently have been struck with QC issues. But still, it's just my copy, I think. Your one might be perfectly fine. But what is going to possibly strike everyone's copy is the pegs in the arms snapping. Because remember when I accidentally just ripped the arms in half, like trying to transform it? Oh no, trying to do it gently. Yeah, try and be careful in case you shear the tabs while trying to transform it. I keep saying pegs, so I keep thinking of Earthrise Grapple, and I say, like, try not to break it. But try not to, like, shear the tabs off while transforming the arms. Also, the transformation can be kind of fiddly, like, the first time around. Although that's probably just me, and, you know, I'm used to, like, simple figures like this, you know? It's been a while since I've handled a Movieverse figure. I mean, like, my current, like, Bayverse Studio Series figures consist of this guy, Galvatron, I think Dark of the Moon Bumblebee, and I'm not counting the Bumblebee movie figures because, you know, that was more Travis Knight, I think. In fact, I think yeah, let's not get into that, but still, despite those complaints, I actually really like this figure. Like, the vehicle mode looks really nice. This guy looks nice in robot mode. And well, I just think, despite the fiddliness, this guy's got a fun transformation. So, do I recommend him? Well, despite the flaws with like the tabs on the arms, I actually do kind of recommend him. I mean, of course, you might prefer like a G1 and all that, but yeah, I've been using this guy as an example because it was just the first figure I grabbed. But yeah, if you're a fan of Revenge of the Fallen and the movies, then yeah, I definitely do recommend this guy. Because seriously, like, this guy's got a really nice vehicle mode, and for a character who only appeared in Revenge of the Fallen for like what, a minute maximum, I think. This guy's got a really nice Studio Series figure, so yeah. Well, this has been my review on Studio Series Jolt, and this is Charlie Young signing off.